Welcome to the Geometry Final Review, Standard 12, Part 2. We're starting with problem 2 on this one. See how far we get. See if we got to do 3, but always takes a little bit longer sometimes, and I think it's going to take to work some of these out and talk at the same time. Okay, so on problem 2, we aren't given, I don't have a copy of it here other than in the guide that you have. And so it says, if it says two prisms are similar, and their ratio is 3 to 5. So let's come here, let's go ahead and put the ratio is 3 to 5. That means I could think of it as 3 over 5 as a scale factor, or 5 over 3. It kind of depends if I'm going from, in this case I would be going from the larger to the smaller. In this case I'd be going from the smaller to the larger. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do with it. Problem A. So in problem A, if the edge of the larger prism is 24 units, find the length of the corresponding edge of the smaller. Okay, I just want to point out that this has to be a linear scale factor because they didn't give us an area. They just said this is what the ratio of similarity is. So, let's see, the larger prism. So we got a larger prism. I'm just going to say its edge is 24. And then the corresponding length of the smaller prism is what we want to know. Okay, so this is kind of like having the scale factor. I don't care which one we use. Let's use the 3 over 5. It's here, it's easy. They've put the smaller on top and the larger on the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This is the smaller. This is the larger. And so smaller over larger this time is the way they've kind of set it up. No reason to fight it. Cross multiply. 5 times x is 5x. 3 times 24, 72. I believe. Good. Okay, so it's 72. And I'm going to divide both sides by 5, and I can tell that's not going to be a really nice number, but it won't be too bad, I don't think. Divide that by 5, get 14.4. Okay, 14.4 should be the value of the smaller prism's edge. And key is telling me that that is correct. Okay, now we're ready for part B of this one. If the area, let's see, let me put this back up here. 3 is to 5, 3/5, or 5/3. Okay. Okay, if the area of the base of the smaller prism, so this is kind of an area of the base of the smaller prism, I don't know what it is, but it says it's 60 square units. That's the smaller one. Find the area of the corresponding larger one. Okay, so if I got to find the larger one, we don't have any sides, but we do have this linear scale factor. So we need to go from a linear scale factor to a area scale factor. Well, let's see. This one is 3/5. So that means this one should be 3 squared over 5 squared, or 9 over 25. Okay, good. We've used 9 over 25. So I take this measurement, or this amount, 60, because it's an area, and I scale area with area scale factors. And I'm not going to do it with a fraction out that way, but I'm just going to do it for you. 60 times 9 divided by 25. You don't have to put your parentheses around the fractions, but sometimes it'll keep you from making some mistakes if you're not being careful. And I get 21.6. That doesn't make sense. Let's think about this for one moment. So this is going from the larger to the smaller. Oh, this scale factor goes from the larger to the smaller. Okay. Well, let me see if I can accommodate this here. The only thing I'd have to do is I'm going to take and do 60 divided by, because I'm going smaller to larger. So let's use this one real quick. I know that's going to be 5 over 3. It's going to be 25 over 9 is the area. So let's do that. The reason I knew that is the number that I got, if you look at the calculator, I got 21.6. And I knew that if I was going from the smaller to the larger, that didn't make sense. So I just checked to make sure I was using the correct representation of the scale factor. If I do this, now 60 times 25 divided by 9, I get 166 point lots of sixes. Okay, ooh, don't like that. So I get 166.6 repeating, and that is the correct answer. So the area of this one is 166.6 repeating square units. Okay, so we got B done. Looks like we got 4 minutes to try to do number 3. Who would have thought we would have had 2 parts on this one? So, anyway, problem number 3 says 2 figures have a ratio of similarity of 3/4. Okay, so I know it's either going to be 3/4 or 4/3, depending on which direction we're going. It's easy to tell which way you're going. This number is 0.75. I know that will, if I multiply by that, I'm going from large to small. And this one is 4/3, which is 1.3, which tells me I'm going from small to large, because it's a scale factor bigger than 1, so it's going to make things bigger. Scale factor less than 1. Okay, so let's see what we're doing. If the area of the larger, so I'm going to draw me 2 of them here because drawings help me. If the area of the larger, so area of the larger is 100 square units, what is the area of the smaller? Okay, well, so I'm going from large to small. Large to small would be this one. So I can use, let's see, 3/4 is the linear scale factor. I need an area scale factor because I'm trying to scale area. Let's see, so I take this. It's going to be 3 squared over 4 squared, or 9 over 16. Not even going to worry about reducing it. So I need to take 100 and multiply it times 9 over 16. And I get 56.25 units squared. Let's see if that makes sense. Started at 100, went to 56.25. That's going bigger to smaller. Well, that's good. So that's a promising thing. And I will tell you that that is the correct answer. And we have made it with plenty of time on this one.